up, everybody? This your boy Bill Bellamy, and this is Top Billin, the #1 podcast for the culture, the movement, and the discussion. Today we are doing something exclusive for the fans. This is Top Billin Topics. It's so much going on in the culture right now, and I just wanted to take time to get to it. Hey, team, are we ready to rock or what? Are we ready to rock or what? Oh my God, my favorite topic of all is basketball. Everybody on my squad know I am an avid fan of basketball, and it was media day. This week has been media week. It's been media week in the NBA, and certain players, moving and shaking. The needle is getting pinned. Let's go to Miami. Our first topic of discussion will be Jimmy Butler. Hey, Jimmy, I see you. Jimmy, you turned up. Somebody permed him out. Somebody got his ends cut. He got feathered out. I'm going to call Katz Williams and see if Katz knows who his stylist is, because Katz usually get his stuff feathered out too. But I'm just going to say Jimmy. Do we say Jimmy with a Y or an I? That's all I want to know. Which Jimmy we dealing with? Is it a new vibe, or is it just for media day? You want to look quite extravagant? Is the Met Ball still around? Maybe he's going to the Met Ball, because with the Met Ball, you have people like Nas X that turns up. Then you get people like Cardi B that turn up. You got Offset. Where you could, the Met Ball is where you could just do something bizarre. Even Diddy, aka Love, will go to the Met Gala and boom, you do something you would never do. But this right here, Jim, let's look at this again. He called himself emo. Okay, I'm not gonna say that. I'm not gonna say emo. I'm gonna say let it go. I'm gonna say let it go. Matter of fact, if you want to channel somebody, if y'all look at this photo of Jermaine Stewart. I always feel like somebody's watching me. That's all I got to say. Listen, Jimmy, I am teasing you, but I'm gonna be honest with you. You only gonna look cute for 1 quarter, because I promise you, by the second quarter, that cute little perm is going to look like something from a Jambari's. I'm sorry, Jimmy. I had to give it to you. I had to let you go. Jimmy Butler has given a new definition for the word heat. Hey. Next topic is LeBron James. LeBron James is embarking upon his 21st season in the NBA, which sounds like, oh my God. I've literally been watching this man for 21 years, and I have enjoyed this entire career of the King James, him ushering his sons, and Bronny off to college, and Bryce is doing his thing in high school. I really, really like what you are doing, Mr. James, and I'm wishing him a really, really wonderful Laker season, because you guys picked up some great pieces. I don't know how many Laker fans are out there, but they definitely kept some of the really good core guys. They added some pieces, and they gave AD $62 million a year, and Anthony Davis has not played 62 games. And they gave him $62 million a year. Okay. Okay. Well, you know what, AD, get your money. I'm not mad at you. I'm just saying, if I gave you $62 million, I'm gonna tell you right now, you'll be mopping up the Staples Center or the Crypto Center. You'll be doing a lot of extra. $62 million, Tarek.
$62 million a year.
Woo! Somebody got to do it. Let AD do it. Well, he did win us a bubble ring.
Count for something.
They played. A lot of cats don't want to get us no bubble ring. The bubble ring was real. You know who turned up the most in the bubble ring? Jamal Murray. So Jamal Murray wasn't hooping in the bubble. See, cats out here want to play like they wasn't hooping. Think about it. We didn't have nothing else. COVID was around. Cats was in that bubble getting it. Next top billing topic is Damian Lillard. Finally, the gods. Damian, we are so proud of you getting out of Portland. It took you 400 years. You tried to stay loyal. You tried to shoot it out up there. It just wasn't enough. You needed help, as most people do in the NBA right now. Damian, I could not have thought of this trade for you. I am excited about it just because of the possibilities. Like I was thinking everyone was talking to Miami. They was talking, a couple things came up about my Philly as well, but I don't think anybody saw Milwaukee Bucks. And for the fans out there that truly love basketball, I think this is an exciting time for the East Coast. It's going to be a lot of sort of like polarity now, because you got to understand you're going to have Boston still there. Philly should still be in the game, and now Milwaukee is a little stronger, and then you got Miami, and you got Jimmy with a Y, and you got Jimmy with the I, so they're there. You don't know what that's going to entail, because Jimmy might change his hair color to purple, to blue, to red. It might be yellow, whatever. So Damian, I'm really excited for you. We haven't had, in my opinion, a Batman-Robin duo since Kobe and Shaq. We got the big and the small, and I think that's exciting for Milwaukee. I love it a lot. I see nothing, bar injury, I see semifinals at least. The finals, going to the finals, semi is the minimum. Finals, winning it all is debatable, because the Lakers is my team, and I feel like they got something for your ass. But anyway, make a long story short, we are going to keep it moving. I'm going to say right now, it might be a little unfair to have Damian and Giannis together, even though everybody's doing it. I'm just gonna say my opinion is like, it's kind of like having Mike Tyson and Kimbo Slice at a backyard fight. I mean, if you got Mike Tyson and Kimbo Slice and you fighting me and my producer, we gonna lose. T, we ain't got nothing for that.
It might be bad.
Do you remember Kimbo Slice knocked a dude eyeball out? You remember that? And Mike was always vicious, always very, very, very intimidating, very, very powerful, and also exhilarating in the ring. So Mike Tyson and Kimbo is kind of like what I'm saying with Giannis and Damian Lillard. On to better news. Let's talk influencers. Brittany Renner went on Club Shay Shay last week, and let me tell you what she did. She made an amazing statement to Shannon Sharp, and he immediately drank like 4 gallons of Hennessy. This was check this clip out.
I mean, I just told you I had sex with 35 guys. That's an updated number for people who have been following the number for years now.
Does age have an influence on your body count? That is a very valid question. I want to say, if you're between your 20s, if you're from like college days, let's say high school to college, I would assume you're not going to have a lot of bodies. We're learning, we're discovering things. Maybe you was anywhere between 1 to 6. I mean, I'm giving you that number. And then out of college, you're starting to make a little money. You're starting to get on your feet. Maybe you got your own place now. Now your body count can shoot up, because you can't, do everything you think you can do at your parents' house, right? So now you got an apartment. You're doing a little something. Now your body count could spike. You could do 10 in a year. Leave that to the comments. Next topic is Keefee D. It's been all in the news. This has been percolating in the culture. This is a murder that we have been trying to solve for 26 years? Is my math right? So just for people who are not up on the culture, who are not watching and understanding what's going on, a gentleman by the name of Keefee D was arrested most recently in correlation to the murder of Tupac Shakur. And here is the thing that's so odd about it. The man has talked about it in several interviews, like he was there. He saw everything. He knows who did it, blah, blah, blah. They go to his house. Why does he still have anything that would have any link to the situation at all? Like, over 25 years ago, you should have did everything. They do it in the movies. They throw the gun in the water. They burn evidence. They do stuff. I watch movies all the time. They always burn evidence. How is it that Keefee D would still have anything in his property, in his house, on his laptop, relating text phone messages to this situation? And don't do no interview. For anybody out there right now that are watching, whatever you do, do not do interviews if you plan to be a part of a murder, okay? Like, if you just want to be doing crimes, don't do interviews. Do your little crime and go away. Don't do interviews implicating yourself or saying you were in a car around this person, this, that, and the other, and then when they come to get you, you go, I didn't do nothing. I don't think so. This is going to be very, very interesting. It kind of is a very sad situation because it just opens up all those feelings again. With Tupac, who's a good friend of mine, and I just came up in the game with him, and it just brings back all these feelings, man. I mean, unfortunately, it brings back all the emotion, but we do want it solved in a way. I do feel like the culture wants some type of completion or, maybe just so we know, but it just brings up all the emotion again to me. It brings up, I remember where I was, when I got the text message. I remember praying thinking that he would pull through. I remember calling different people and trying to get some word from people that were in Vegas for the fight. I remember all of that. I know exactly where I was. I remember at that time I had a SkyTel pager. That's how we were getting information back then. You would get it in your pager, be like, you get your pager, and it would scroll news. It would even give you news on the plane. I don't know, am I dating myself here? But SkyTel pages were pretty big in New York back in the day, and I was getting paged a lot in '95. Let's just leave it at that. Oh my God! Another hot topic, top billing exclusive is Tyrese Gibson. This man does not know an Instagram post that doesn't have his name on it. Over the last several years, if you are a fan of Tyrese and you love Fast and the Furious and you love controversy, Tyrese seems to find himself in some shit. Always in some shit. I have been to Home Depot 1,000 times. I've never had a trouble. I even self-check myself. I've never had a problem. I bought wood, I bought lights, I bought a fan, AC, I bought nails. I've never had a problem at Home Depot. Who goes to Home Depot and he got an issue? Goddamn Reese. Mr. Goddamn Fast and the Furious 28. Tyrese is suing everybody. He's probably gonna sue me after this. He is suing everybody moving. If you look at Tyrese, he gonna sue you, okay? He's suing people and they suing him. He's suing the wife of Teddy Pendergrass over the biopic movie, which I think he's perfect to play, by the way. He's got the voice, and if he could stay out of goddamn trouble, he could probably do the movie. But he's suing her, okay? He was just in a situation with DJ Envy, who's a good friend of mine, and his wife. It was on The Breakfast Club. We have a clip to show you. There was a situation where DJ Envy and his wife were going through a tough time. Most relationships, that happens. How in the hell you want to be coached by Tyrese beats the fuck out of me. Like, there is no way, if I need help with my marriage, the first person I'm gonna say, babe, let's call Reese. He got it. Tyrese, I mean, maybe I'm gonna call him for a wedding because his voice is great. Maybe he will sing Lately. I've been this is love that I'm feeling. Maybe if you want him to sing, lately have I told you, love you, lately. If you're not asking him to sing, move the fuck on, okay? Because Tyrese, to me, is Kanye West's brother. I think those two could be in the same movie, right? Crazier and Crazier? Is that a real movie? Crazy and Crazier. Well, first and foremost, just to give you some news on the situation, it was allegedly said that Tyrese made inappropriate comments. Tyrese went on to show receipts through text messages that he felt he did not. DJ Envy said on the show, when he got there, I wanted to box your mouth. You hear the crickets? Box your mouth. Like, I I'm an East Coast cat. Where you from?
LA.
You're an LA cat. Y'all West Coast cats. If you wanted to close my mouth up, if you had an issue with me, what would the phrase be? Would it be box your mouth?
Absolutely not.
That don't even sound threatening. Hey, bruh, I wanted to box your mouth. Nah, I don't know what area is that? North Dakota? What vernacular is box your mouth? Can we get some origin on that? Can we Google box your mouth, where that come from? See, I'm from Newark, New Jersey, AKA Brick City. I've never heard that phrase in my entire life, and I promise you, if I put myself in that position and Tyrese was in that position, the first thing I would probably say is, you lucky you don't get your back dirty in here tonight. That's it. See, from where I'm from, when you get knocked out your back dirty, you looking at the sky at 6 o'clock, okay? 12 o'clock high, okay? Ain't gonna be no box your mouth. Matter of fact, you don't even say nothing, you just make it happen. You just make it happen. We'll talk about it and figure out later. But Tyrese, if you go look at this clip, Tyrese was actually appalled. He was flabbergasted, like, well, why would you want to do that? Like, I didn't do anything. I would never do anything. And I kind of believed Tyrese for a second. And then when DJ Envy's wife came on and said how she felt, and I'm going to just be honest with you, whatever the woman feels is what it is. If a woman feels that you said something inappropriate, that's what it is. You're never gonna prove out of it. If a woman doesn't feel comfortable, this should be a lesson to every man on the planet. You out with a date, you having a good time, whatever you're doing. If a woman feels uncomfortable, hit the brakes. That's it. You're not gonna win. You're not gonna win debating, oh my gosh, she said and then she didn't say. The woman wins in a situation when it comes to her feelings. So let's just respect them. If a woman says to you, I feel like you are saying something that is inappropriate to me, stop. There it is. In the story, you ain't gotta be texting. If you said something inappropriate, the thing about it is, it's the tricky slope for all the guys that are watching Top Billin that listen. It's hard to say what's appropriate, right? Because it's subjective to the person. You could say a joke to this girl and she laughed, ha, 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 ha. This girl could be like, so what do you mean? What are you talking about? And what would make you say that to me? Oh Lord, you better call Crump. You in a human resources debacle. Do not say anything inappropriate to a woman. Let's do that. Let's not do anything inappropriate to a woman. Fellas, let's keep our nose clean in these streets. I promise you, especially if you're a black man, please do not do anything inappropriate. Say it. If you say it or do it, apologize on the spot. Don't on the spot. And hopefully somebody record you saying you're sorry. We don't want no drama. Please, please. Okay. I really hate to say this, but I got to. I'm a New York Giants fan, and last night I had an epiphany that I don't know how much longer I could bear it. Now, if I was doing bad and the Cowboys was doing bad, then I could stomach it, because my son is a Cowboys fan and he's walking around the house with his chest out right now. And anything they do, if they go to commercial, he turned up. They come back for commercial, he turned up. They ain't even playing yet, he turned up. Okay, so right now the New York Giants have let me down. You gave Daniel Jones all this money for nada. And Saquon is not back. So hopefully Saquon will come back. Right now we are 1-3, about to be 1 in 3,000. If we don't have no line, we have no offensive line. Daniel Jones has run enough. He has tried to bail us out. They're gonna peel his cap back, because he does try to run 8-9 yards when everything's locked up. We do not have an offensive line. We need that. And we also need to be able to run the ball. We cannot. My new team will be announced in the next coming weeks. I am looking to be adopted by another team. I do not want to stay in the NFC East anymore. It has been tragic. If I have to stay In the NFC East, I'm going to Philly. That's all I'm saying. If there's only one team on the East that I can go to, it's Philly. But I would hope that Kansas City would adopt me. I would hope that Buffalo Bills, it's still New York, would adopt me. Who else could adopt me that I wouldn't be mad if they would adopt me? I'll take the Rams if the Rams want to adopt me. I mean, I'm not mad at that. But if I could get adopted by an up-and-coming team that has a bright future, Detroit Lions. Woo! What up, though? Top Billin. This is Top Billin, and this is another topic on Top Billin exclusive. James Harden. Let's just talk about it. James Harden, you have actually pushed your way out of every city that you've been in, right? You have been probably one of the best guards we've seen in the last 15 years. And I want to say for a couple of the top 5 for about 8 years, period. Shooting, scoring, assists, doing your thing. Ever since you got to Houston, you were regular season Harden, and playoffs, you fell off. You would go hard in the season, kill, MVP candidate, get to the playoffs, taper off. 1 game good, 2 games bad, 1 game good, like that. Okay, cool. So we know that in a high-pressure situation, James Harden, you have yet to get over the hump. And I understand this pressure. I get it. You know, you're not in the strip club. You're not hanging out with the Migos when you in the game. You don't have your boys with you. You're not popping bottles. You getting buckets, and Katz is scheming against you, and they guarding you, and Katz is making you tired and making you cross over 2-3 extra times so you can get to that shot. I get it. I play ball. I get what you're saying. I understand it. But James Harden, you're really good basketball player, like really good. And I don't know how much longer can you blame anybody else for where we are right now, because your legacy as it stands is at stake. Okay. You had an opportunity. You had the MVP center in Philly. Okay. You came from the Nets. They found a way to get you to Philly. You left the Nets. That was supposed to work. You wanted out of there, got out of there. Now you are in Philadelphia, PA. You said you want to be out of there. You're never going to play for, is it Morey? Morey, right? The owner is Morey, right? How can you not? The only way to fix this situation, James Harden, if you are watching my podcast and listening, the only way to right the ship for your legacy is to ball out of control this year. Same thing with Ben Simmons. Sometimes you just got to show people what it is, man. Get out of your feelings. I know it's an uncomfortable workspace. You know, they probably tricked you into signing your extension and told you they was going to do X and they did Y, but that's the game. You know how it is, man. Let's stop playing, bro. You're a multi-millionaire. You got your bread. Now you know it's chess, not checkers. So here's the deal. Ball out. Bring a chip to Philly. You know now you're going to have to ball out if you stay in Philly, because now you got to go against Dame Lillard. You got to go against Miami. They're going to be good. You got to deal with Boston. They just got Drew Holiday. The East is going to be exciting. There's a lot of even games there. A lot of games that could go either way. So now, if James Harden wants to be a Hall of Famer, have all your stats, all your stuff make sense, a championship or bust is all I see for your career. You don't need to get traded nowhere else and be in a situation where you might not have help. Suck it up. Suck up your pride right now. Go in there and be a leader. Embrace Embiid. He's the best thing on the East Coast outside of Giannis. He's definitely the most dominant in the post. He don't need to shoot threes, but he likes to. With Tyrese Maxey, with Seth Curry, you got a bunch of little pieces. Y'all could do this shit, bro. Tighten up. Get your beard lined up a little bit. Do some Pilates. Do some cardio. Come out here with Westbrook and get on them sand dunes and be in the best shape of your life. I want to see abs. I want to see abs. You look like Baron Davis a little bit. You know you chunky slim. You know you slim chunky. You know you slim thick. If that could be a possibility, you know what I mean? Come into camp in your best shape ever. Come in focused. Get Philly to the finals at least, James. Ball out. And then Philly will be happy. You'll be in a position, if you do want to leave after this year, you can leave and people will take you and you'll be in a better position. But if you don't ball out and you sit out and you do the whole mental health thing and I don't feel good and I got a doo-doo and I got a pee-pee and you're doing all this little stuff to trip up the team, that's not going to work because now you out the league. And that's just being honest. That's just what I see. And that's what I hear, in the league. It's like, yo, man, sometimes you put your back against the wall and you just got to ball out. You got to fight your way off the wall. And I believe in you. I love you as an athlete. I love you as a player. But now it's not about the money. It's about pride. It's about you being the best version of you and helping Philadelphia get some get back. That's all I got to say. And only on Top Billin can we have these type of topics, where I could just really be honest. I could really talk about the things that I want to talk about and have fun with my fans and my producers. This is the first time that we ever did this. Like we wanted to just do like things that I could talk about, next week next episodes we're going to have guesting stuff. We're going to do all that stuff. But today I just want to have fun. I had some things that I wanted to really, really talk about. And I really am glad that I took the opportunity because you guys get to hear me. You get to hear my point of view on things, you know what I'm saying? Hey, I had a wonderful time with you guys today. Only on Top Billin can we have this kind of fun. The #1 podcast for the culture, the movement, and the discussion. I'm your man, Bill Bellamy. I'll see you on the next episode. Hi!